Yo, what's good with y'all? It's your boy NeoXO coming back at y'all with another Black Clover video. Today we're going to be talking about spoilers for Black Clover chapter 301. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to subscribe to the channel and let's get right into it. So Black Clover chapter 301, interesting chapter to say the least. I got these spoilers from a person named Night Baron on Twitter, and she's a really reputable leaker in the Black Clover community. You know, the new spell that Real got. I'm gonna just read it straight and then go through it. All right, so firstly, she says, Twilight of Valhalla's real effect. Real's new spell is to increase the magic power of his friends. So everybody calling Real pretty much a L. All right, Real is doing some stuff. Real is slowly earning some points as a captain, you know. I mean, he doing what he doing. He can do things. I'm having a hard time defending him, but I'm trying my best. But that's doing something at least. So we got to keep this in mind right here. His new spell pretty much increases the magic power of his friends. All right, so we got that. Now, Charlotte, with this increased magic power, lifts the curse on both of them. I assume Real, not 100% sure. I only have text spoilers at the moment. Now, we do have some panel spoilers as well. However, I'm not going to show them, but I will go ahead and talk about the panel spoilers as well, because they have also come out at this point. You know, whenever she put out this, they hadn't, but now they have. So I have them, but can't show them, but I'll talk about them for sure. Now, moving on, Asta delivers Laurel to Noelle and entrusts everything to her. All right, so basically, that tells me, in my opinion, I feel like from this right here, basically Asta's not gonna get the shine for this match, like everyone was saying. So y'all need to shut up. Y'all need to shut up about that. Everybody was saying like Asta was getting too much shine, which I completely 100% understand. And I mean, I would pretty much agree, but I'm not gonna complain about it because he's doing more good than bad. The guy's saving your favorite character. You know, probably a lot of the people saying that they wanted Noelle to get the spotlight, he pretty much just saved Noelle. So if he wouldn't have saved Noelle and came in, then we're gonna get into that later in these spoilers too. But if he wouldn't have came in, Noelle would never even have had the strength to do what she's gonna do in this chapter. I already read through them, so y'all gonna get what I'm talking about in a second. But Asta, shout out to my boy. I'm happy anytime Asta comes. Moving on. Magicula uses 100 disciples who die in experiments to fight as living dead. So she's basically using people's corpses, and that's some devilish stuff right there. That's pretty devilish. Her power really fits her. A lot of people, whenever it was revealed how she was a cursed devil, they weren't really saying how it fits her, you know. But you know, now seeing how she actually uses her power, I think it's a really cool power to have. I think that it fits her, honestly, and she's using it in a very unique way. Even though you would kind of think whenever it first came out, like, what can you use curse magic for? You know, because we only seen kind of like Gordon do a couple things with it, but we don't really know the full extent. Now we're seeing probably this is gonna be whatever she does is the full extent of curse magic. At the end of the day, she's the being who pretty much is the reason for curse magic even existing. So it makes sense that she would have like the strongest curse spells and stuff like that. But moving on, Noelle realizes she likes Asta. I'm gonna pause. Noelle realizes she likes Asta, and this makes me really happy. You know, because in the past, I've always been critical of Noelle and how she behaves towards Asta, because now she's admitting that she likes him. Or she's not really admitting, she's just realizing. And I have the translations for that. Let me pull up the translations. All right, I got the translations by Night Baron pulled up. Mind you, these are not the official translations, but they're gonna be pretty close. So Noelle in her head is pretty much saying, I like Asta. She says, that's enough for me. Just the fact that Asta is here, just the thought of him gives me strength. That's how it is. I've been deceiving myself. I can't believe I'm just realizing it now. I'm happy. I'm happy for Noelle. I'm happy. It's about time, you know. I feel like this is a perfect time. It's not too short. It's not too long. It's the perfect time. 301 chapters. It's time. It's time. It happened. Now she's eventually gonna have to confess. And now this isn't a confession or nothing like that. She's eventually gonna have to confess, but this is still a step in the right direction. Definitely a step in the right direction. It's gonna be very interesting to see how her internal dialogue changes now that she realizes she has feelings for Asta. Because in the past, her internal dialogue would suggest to the audience that she in fact did like Asta. But now that she realizes it, I wonder if her thought patterns will change or if she still will try to deny it from time to time. But I doubt it, but you know, it's possible because that's how we've come to know her. Now, speaking on these panels, because I do have a few of the panels, I don't have the entire chapter, but that's pretty much, you know, the gist of the chapter. Chapters aren't insanely long. They're just chapters. They're not volumes. We see Asta and his face is serious now. He's not smiling anymore. I want to point that out because a lot of people were upset at the fact that Asta was smiling in the last chapter. Asta did not know what was going on. He did not know Gaja was about to die. Also on a Gaja fact, we don't know if he dead or not. He looked pretty dead in this chapter, in case you were wondering. As far as Asta does not look very happy with Magicula, and it looked like Asta will really give Magicula the work, but you know, he probably just gonna entrust it all to Noelle, which shows a lot. You know, he believes in Noelle, and as we've seen with Noelle's internal monologue, she basically is given power by just the thought of Asta. So that's pretty cool to see. Now, other than that, you know, it might have something to do with Real's new spell, and I'm gonna put that out there right now because I know people gonna be saying Real spell, but you know, it can't, who knows? It might not, you know, because Real spell is said to give power to his friends. So I like that. That's a pretty cool support spell. Real's been given support, you know, the support role. And other than that, let me see if they got. So I'm gonna speak on a couple of the panels. I'm not gonna go really in depth on any of them. You guys are gonna most likely watch my review anyways, and I'll go more in depth there. But Charlotte gets up, you know, because of Real spell. That's pretty cool. She's gonna definitely be providing some support to Noelle, and I think they're gonna be, you know, pretty much back for round 2. I think that Magicula's army of, you know, corpses are really fodder, to be honest. I mean, they look cool, but I don't really think that they're gonna be, you know, that big of a threat, especially since they were like failed Dark Disciples. I know people are gonna go ahead and make the argument that they're more powerful because Magicula has more % of her power, and I'll say that's a fair argument. I still don't think they're gonna be much of a threat. Like, can you imagine one of these actually killing a main character? I don't really think so. I don't really think that's gonna happen. And the last panel I'm gonna touch on in this spoiler video before, you know, I do my review, subscribe to see that, but it seems like there's like a panel with Lolo and Vonica, and they still seem to have their curses. I'm not sure what that's about, but that's the last panel I'm gonna touch on in this video. This video is getting kind of long, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, go ahead and leave it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. As always, it's been your boy NeoXO, and I'm out.